warm my hands by this fire. Oh, that is nice. Nice. Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to this week's vocabulary netcast. I'm out here in the cold wilderness, but I thought, hey, let's do some vocabulary. All right, so hey, let's go ahead and start. This is for Unit 4, Week 2, Day 1. All right, and before we begin, let's make sure we're prepared. We've got our paper, nice white sheet of paper, or whatever color you prefer or your teacher gives you. Let's make sure we fold it once, twice, 3 times, and a fourth. That's going to give us the sections that we need to do this week's and every week's assignment. One section for each word for one day and the second day. 4 for each day, right? All right, and I think this week we have a total of 8, so 4 and 4 will work. All right, now that we got that taken care of, let's start with our first word. Our first word is function. Everybody say function. Pause the video, write your word. Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and define the word function. A function is to work or act. To work or act. Go ahead and pause your video and write the word. Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and do an example. Boy, it's cold out here. An example of function is the television will function when you plug it into the outlet. The television will function when you plug it into the outlet. Pause the video, write your example. All right, it's time for our question sentence. Remember to include the sentence in your answer. Here's the question. How does a bicycle function? How does a bicycle function? You guys are pros at this, right? You had bikes before, you've changed the tires, you know how all of the pedaling works. All right, so explain how a bicycle functions. You know, restate the question, your answer. Pause the video, go. All right, it's time for our next word. Our next word is mission. Say the word with me, mission. Pause the video, write the word. All right, a definition for mission is a special assignment or task. A special assignment or task. Pause the video, write your definition. An example of mission is the Coast Guard was sent on a rescue mission to find the lost boat. Pause the video, write your example. It's time for the question sentence. Remember to restate the question in your answer. Can you name another type of mission? I bet you can. Pause the video and write. Boy, I'm sure glad I'm by this nice, warm, roasty fire. All right, because it's going to allow me to move on to the next word. The next word is maze. Maze. Say that with me, maze. Pause the video, write the word. A definition of maze is a confusing network of paths and passageways. Pause the video, write the definition. An example of maze is the farmer built a maze in his cornfields. Now, most of you guys have probably been out to Staley Farm and gone through his or their corn maze. So you can make a connection to that, can't you? Pretty cool, pretty fun. Pause the video, write your example. All right, next is the question sentence. And remember to restate the question, your answer. Here we go. If you got lost in a maze, what would you do to try to get out? Pretty scary. Getting lost in a maze. A maze of corn. Pause the video, write your question sentence. Alright, next word is zone. Say zone with me. Zone. Pause the video, write the word. Alright, next let's go ahead and define it. A zone is an area or space that has a special rule or use. It's an area or space that has a special rule or use. Pause the video, define it. Alright, time for an example. The example that is mentioned on the card here. It says, this sidewalk is a no parking zone. That's a pretty good example, right? Parking zone. But see, you guys are just wrapping up the RMFL, right? And you guys know what a end zone is. Or you watched a little bit of football, a little NFL football. You watched your team score a touchdown in the end zone, or this special place that has a special purpose, right? There you go. Alright, pause the video, write your example. Okay, it's time for the question sentence. What is another type of a zone? Remember to restate the question in your answer. Go. Alright, students, that is it for Unit 4, Week 2, Day 1. Remember, we do this because we want you guys to not only know the meaning of the word and know your vocab, but it helps us to become better writers. And if we're better writers, it helps us to read better, right? So it's all kind of a network of interconnecting paths and all that kind of good stuff. So you guys are awesome. Get your stuff done. We expect great things of you. See you tomorrow. Bye.